What is up, my people? We are back with more CS news. Yes, we are still trying to cover other esports here at the World Cup, but I hope you guys all enjoy because we've missed a lot. All right, we got a lot to catch up on, but I'm really enjoying myself, and I will have some interviews to share with all of you guys sometime near in the future. But first and foremost, let me tell you how it is to be a North American fan today in Counter-Strike. It is difficult. It is ever-growingly difficult. I've been sleep deprived. I've had 3 to 4 hours of sleep for 6 days straight. It is ever-growingly difficult. As Team Liquid in their struggle bus, it does continue. We have ESL Pro League Stage 1 qualifiers ongoing. Liquid, of course, over in the European qualifiers. A few North American teams impacted by this, but no surprise for a team like Liquid to be over in European side of things. A bracket which, by the way, they were probably favored to at least be in high contention to make this Stage 1 and take this spot. And unfortunately for American fans, Team Liquid fans in general, their hardship following the major and that 0-3 performance, albeit it was still, I know we keep on saying it, a great series against MOUZ, it was still an 0-3 at the major, and a decision to keep NAF on this roster. Their struggles have continued as they fall to Team Sashi. And if you're wondering the same thing I am, that is, yes, we're all thinking it, and I think a few people have also said it. How did this happen? And again, you look at this bracket, this should have been a spot for Team Liquid. Now, Sashi will continue their run, and we'll see maybe something unexpected from this team that we can grasp onto and make it make sense as to why Liquid did fall short here. And even when you look at the overall scoreboard, I know it doesn't say everything, but, you know, it wasn't a great performance for anyone on Liquid, but it was a bit of a, I know there was jokes out there that NAF is back because he didn't bottom frag, that's for sure. But this is the Team Liquid roster who, coming off that major and everyone anticipating what went on during that break. Did they take much of a break following this major? Did they deserve to take a break following this major? Or did they hop right back on the server to get things crunched out with NAF still in this lineup? And this might just be like the worst possible result directly following the major. And I say that as a huge Team Liquid fan, but there was already a growing narrative around this roster as they retain NAF after, if you remember, he said, I don't know if I'll be on this roster following the major. And Joe Castille, the Liquid CEO, he says, no, he has proven to us he's going to, make an effort to return to what was, himself for the last few years that we have not seen for a long, long time. And this opening result for Team Liquid continues that shakiness and continues the headline of what is Liquid doing? Like, that will be the narrative going into the early part of this season until they can prove it with results and they fall to Team Sashi early on in these EPL qualifiers. Holy moly, I'm still a believer. You guys know me. I'm still believing, but they're not... Twist, you guys are not making it easy, okay? But I'm a believer still. Liquid and the struggles do continue. And if you're looking for the best place to buy and sell your CS2 skins, consider checking out skin.place. Cash out instantly to PayPal, crypto, or bank transfers. With a super fluid process, select the skins you want to sell, receive a payout in about 20 minutes, and a 2% bonus using my code down below, CS News. And it's not just selling skins, you can also buy your skins on this platform too, and thanks to them for sponsoring this CS coverage. Again, that is skin.place. Use code CS News down below. Happy trading. Oh, Jake, what are you doing? I'm just feeding the addiction. I've just been sitting here just gaming, watching CS, watching esports World Cup matchup. It's been a really weird week, by the way. And a quick interjection. I know some of you guys like these, some of you guys don't. It's all good. I do got to get my fix in. So I got black coffee from down in the hotel lobby, great buffet choices, and I'm mixing it with protein chocolate milk. So instead of the espresso and chocolate milk, I got that hotel black coffee and protein chocolate milk. It's close enough, all right? It's close enough. And you know what's not close enough and not happening? FaZe signing s1mple. And that is s1mple who has now made the news yet again. And we can't stop talking about this guy. As he was facing off against the Falcons majority roster, I think it was NiKo M0nesy and Kyousuke, and s1mple popped off. It says a lot that we have been able to farm s1mple's name, not just me, but everyone out there. So much has been said around this guy now for how many months, and he's not even a mainstay on a roster. Like, this guy is single-handedly carrying the offseason into the early season, and he's not even on a team. So thank you, Sasha, for that, as he scored an ace against these guys. And most importantly, towards the end, when someone was saying, oh, you should sign with FaZe, he sneaks in there with what sounds to be no money, saying FaZe has no money. Whatever that might mean.
Duvi. Hey, rush, guys.
I don't. Yeah.
Pushing up.
One more B, one more
Okay.
B, C for the fake.
One more cave, one cave, one ramp.
He's not gonna go, he's playing slow, him.
Cave, one ramp.
Two A.
Yeah, to be.
2B ramp up.
City.
Short.
Short.
Oh
my God!
He's so back, guys. Holy shit.
You back, bro? Let's go sign for FaZe.
No man,
Drop me in
no
B9.
hang.
You don't.
Back,
You
bro.
have the
Smoke
spawn.
red, I smoke donut. And go mid.
I'll keep on saying it. It's just so nice to see s1mple back and Adam and continuously playing this game. I am just so excited to see what happens toward the latter part of this year and what it's going to be. Who knows? Now, when it comes to the no money thing, this has been talked about as well, about FaZe have this perception that there's this rich team out there. I don't think there's necessarily any rich teams in CS right now because of the overhead they have to pay for their players, and to retain these rosters, you have to take on major gambling sponsors, and we also don't know the buyout fee that Navi was asking for from FaZe, and would it ever have made sense? Probably not. Even if it's a small six-figure amount, or it never would be, I don't think, a small six-figure, you're talking probably mid to high six figures, right? And that's just me guesstimating. I don't know if any team out there can really reconcile that kind of expense. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, when he says FaZe has no money, I don't know what to say with that and how to judge it, because we don't know what Navi was asking and we don't know what FaZe was willing to pay, let alone do you have to pay the buyout fee, then you got to pay s1mple salary. So it does suck to see, but I'm still excited for Brokey and what he's going to do back on this roster and how the team chemistry goes with his benching and his return. But s1mple doing well against his Falcons majority means we get headlines, we continue that story of where he's going to be, but he will not be going to FaZe. Will he be going anywhere? I have no idea. s1mple says FaZe has no money, which is, me and FaZe are just alike. And speaking of no money out there, it seems that, well, Fl4mus is going to need someone to have a lot of money, because Fl4mus might just be trapped. This initially reported by Overdrive. Apparently, Fl4mus might have to pick up a streaming career, because if you guys don't know, he signed with Virtus.pro back in December. Now, 6 months later, he's been benched on the lineup. He was set to sign with that team for 4 whole years. And, well, now he's benched with a reported $1 million buyout. And yeah, you guessed it, I don't think anyone is paying that for Fl4mus. I like the guy. I like his personality. I like when he plays Baby Shark, but no one in their right mind is going to pay $1 million for this guy. And that has now caused a huge debate out there of, 1, should he have signed that contract? 2, do you feel bad for the guy? And 3, hopefully because he signed a 4-year deal, even though he's on the bench, it comes with a substantial salary to match the worth of $1 million buyout. Typically what happens, the higher the buyout, they do have to pay you a bit more, but you are on the bench. So I don't know if that's life-sustaining money. We take this back to, like, I remember the days of like Smuya and Epsilon, you know, when he was benched there. Totally different story. I'm sure Fl4mus is doing okay, but to think that you can sign with a team as elite as Virtus.pro for 4 years and 6 months later basically be trapped under $1 million buyout, reportedly, hopefully not, that just sucks, because the kid has a lot of potential. And yeah, that at the end of the day, I don't even want to make a joke about it. And I hope that he can figure out that situation. Esports contracts are tricky. Will Fl4mus ever be signed? He might just be trapped with VP. Yeah. And very lastly, for all of you guys, like I said, I'm here at the Esports World Cup. Unfortunately, I'm not here for Counter-Strike Week. I would love that, because they do media days here, and you can literally force Counter-Strike pros to interview with you. Which, if you guys don't know, CS pros, because they're so busy, because they do so many interviews, it's difficult to want to ask them at events, and it's also difficult to land a lot of these guys because they do so much media especially an event like this. So yeah, I would love that, but I won't be here for it. But I did meet a former Counter-Strike pro, and I don't know if I can explain to you guys how giddy I was about this. I've been a fan of this dude for dang near 10 years, that being Mixwell. Yes, I met Mixwell here at EWC. I was actually at the Apex venue, and I got a text from, I got a DM from his girlfriend. Shouts to Rachel, and she was like, yo, we're getting in the van, we're about to go. I was like, yo, hold up, and I'm just sprinting out there, and he waited up for me to take a picture and just to chat with them for a bit. Obviously, Mixwell did go on to Valorant. He did great things in CS, great things in Valorant. Now he's a content creator and streamer. Just one of the nicest guys, most down-to-earth guys of all time. It was just super exciting. I didn't get the chance to grab him for an interview because he just got off a 12-hour day, but one of these days I will interview him about his time in Counter-Strike, going to Val, and now making his own esports org, Otakar Esports, based over in Spain. So just wanted to show you guys that. I don't know if any of you guys care, but I love Mixwell. He's a beast. So shouts to him, and getting to meet him was super sick. But until next time, thank you all for watching. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, what's up? Maybe subscribe. We do these videos. We usually do them daily, but with this travel, it's been really tough to keep up with everything. That's why I'm a bit behind on news. And if you guys don't know, I'll be home within a few days and hopefully back to the more breaking news. So thank you guys for putting up with that. I've been trying to keep up. I know I'm behind on a lot of drama, the Zeus drama. I don't know if I'm supposed to cover that stuff. That just sounds absurd. I know I'm falling behind other things out there, but I am trying my best. So thank you guys for all watching. We'll be back home soon. But until then, we got some big interviews coming. If you guys want a Sentinel CS roster, well, let me tell you, well, we can confirm that will be a thing in the future. At least they want it to be so. That interview's coming soon, more coming soon. Until next time, take care, y'all. Seriously, enjoy yourselves, enjoy your day. It's because of you guys I'm actually at an event like this to begin with. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, but I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. I might have just lied to you, maybe sometime soon. Okay, bye-bye.